Welcome, everyone. Long time no see. It's been 2 months and a half since I did the energy of the week because there was other things on the works that you guys going to find out afterwards, after the 15th of July. But now I have Emmy Mutale with me. She's in Finland, actually. Normally she lives in Zambia, like half here, and the other half she's in Finland. And Emmy, how are you? How has it been? What are we doing? We're doing that exciting trip to Egypt too that we need to talk about.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thanks for having me on again. And I'm doing really well right now. I'm really enjoying the Nordic summer, and it's been absolute blessing with the weather. It's been sunny and warm most of the time that I've been here, and it's been just amazing to reconnect with my ancestral lands and my ancestry in many ways as well. So powerful, powerful times whilst I've been here.
I never told you though, but I was married to a guy from Finland.
Oh, wow. Really?
I would give you my last name, my ex-husband's last name. I'm not going to do it online, but I'll tell you afterwards. I totally have forgot about it all these years that we know about it.
Oh, wow.
Finland, and I love Finland. And I was married for many, many years to him. And he actually was an American. He lived in Minnesota, which a lot of Finland people live there, and a lot of North.
Right.
It's got the lakes and it's got the snow and all that. But I give you my last name afterwards.
Sure. Now I'm curious.
But anyway, we also having our exciting trip to Egypt, girls and guys, that we want to tell you about it because we're very excited. It's an incredible trip that me and Emmy have been planning now for the past 2 months. And of course, I think the information is on my website, which is underneath, you'll find it underneath on the video. But can we talk a little bit about it? How do you feel? Are you excited? I'm very excited that it's coming up.
Oh, I am so excited. I've been drawn to Egypt since I was a little girl, and the energy of those ancient lands is just incredible. And to be able to host a retreat that involves visits to all these beautiful sacred sites, the temples and the pyramids, and sailing down the Nile in this beautiful boat that we have secured for ourselves it's just such a blessing.
It is, isn't it? And the boat looks like Cleopatra, like probably lived on it and she went down the boat. It's such a beautiful boat. I was so excited when we got those, that booked and everything. And we don't have that, but we have a great guide that he will take us to different places. And we were allowed to do, in some places, very secret ceremonies so people don't see us, but we'll do it. Actually, we're going to stop in the side of the Nile, on the what do you call it, and we do fire at night and by the sands of the Nile, and we're going to have fire done and dance and do ceremony. And then we're going to Fayum, which is, I can't wait to go there, the snake goddess. I just can't wait. I'm so excited. But we're going to be staying in the camp, and in that camp it's going to be like the ancients used to live. So we're going to be inside the desert and just eat food like the locals live and eat, and then we're just going to live like local people and the desert people, because we don't want to call them Bedouins and not Bedouins there. I think there's a different name there of the desert people, but we'll find out when we get there. So anyway, our trip is the 19th of September, and we do have an early bird right now. If you're interested, please send us an email, and all the information is in my website under Sacred Journeys. So anyway, but we're here to talk about the energy of the week, and that's more exciting to me right now because I haven't done one for like almost 2 months and a half because I've been involved doing Women Rising, which you were part of it. But so what do you think about this portal that just opened up 7/7? And then it's kind of interesting portal that things are happening before it, and now things will happen afterwards. So what do you think? What are you feeling is about this portal?
I think it's been an incredibly powerful portal. And for me, it's manifested predominantly in waking up very, very early or waking up in the middle of the night. And I think my body is just processing a lot of energy at the moment. And there's definitely been what I feel a deepening into my own body as well. I've had some health related challenges over the past couple of months that have really called me to go into an even deeper communion with my body and really listening to her messages. And it feels like with this portal, a lot of it has started to clear, but also there's been a deepening into all kinds of initiations that have really, on the one hand, really pushed me to my edge in terms of fear and in terms of what is it that I'm ready for? What kind of leaps of faith am I ready to take? But then on the other hand, also an incredible sense of freedom and liberation, which I think is starting to be felt collectively on our planet now as well. And many of us are able to tap into that and really shake off the energy of a great deal of fear and a great deal of kind of constriction that's
Yeah.
been there on our planet on such a huge scale for the past couple of years now. And I think I truly feel that that is starting to shift now. And we are collectively starting to move more and more towards a sense of expansion and this beautiful sense of liberation, I would say.
Yeah, I agree with you. But also, in numerology, 7 is the Christ number. And it's the inside. Whatever's going on inside of you is going to come out, because that is what we need to live on. It's like what we deeply feel inside.
Mm.
It's time to manifest the outside of ourselves, instead of living an outside life, not connecting to our insides,
Yeah.
And I think that's big for me. I'm just getting chills as I said that. This portal is huge, because for me, there's a lot of things happened before, like, started a week before the portal opened. And now I know it's going to happen as the portal is continuing, because we do have a little bit of residual energy after 7/7. But for me, it was just, tremendous changes, health challenges, not of mine, but family members. It's things are happening close to us. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Very close to us, like, my mother, my doggy, my knee. That's one of my health challenges that just happened after the other two happened. But it's just happening so close to us, to really, I think, even we that we do this work as spiritual beings, it's just telling us, look at you, really look at you. What are you ready to let go? What are you ready to hold on to? Are you ready to go deeper, like you said, much deeper, or are you just going to play that outside self of yours?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think another important aspect of what you're saying is that we're really called to look beyond the appearances and what seems to be the reality. We're being called to go deeper and really trust our true north, our inner knowing, our womb knowing, our hearts at an even deeper level, and just truly have that faith and that courage to know that our inner knowing is never wrong, that it is guided by Mother Earth, that it's guided by the divine, that it's guided by the great cosmic womb, and the energies that are supporting the process of ascension on our planet at the moment are incredibly powerful, and we can tap into that support anytime that we
Yeah.
like.
You're right. And going that, being in that 7/7 is really going deep and listening, really listening, really acknowledge what you're listening also, and take actions with it. Because if you don't take actions now, I think you're going to be stuck for a while.
It could well be. It could well be, yeah. I think taking action is a very, very important thing. And when you said that, it really just clicked for me that the Egypt retreat in many ways is part of that. And that by coming on that retreat, you are in many ways fulfilling what your soul is yearning for. And it's a real opportunity to go deep within on the boat itself, as we're just going to be sailing down the Nile, but also in terms of entering these sacred temples, sacred sites that for me in themselves are womb spaces, these sacred spaces where we get to truly tap into what is important for us as individuals and what is important collectively for us on our planet at the moment as well.
It's interesting, because there's a lot of activation I feel that's going on in Egypt right now. And I think there is a reason for that. I'm getting chills as I'm saying that. And I think when we get there, it's actually going to be full moon, correct? On the 19th?
Equinox. It will be the equinox, September
Yes.
equinox. Yeah.
Yeah, it will be the September equinox. That's another portal that's going to be opening when we're there, actually on the boat,
Yeah.
And maybe, we're not going to be on the boat. Maybe it's the day before that, the day after we're going to be on the boat. But anyway, we're going to be there and just sailing down that beautiful Nile and cleanse ourselves through the Nile. It really will help us on this portal that just opened. And there's so many struggles that's going on with people, because I know people are taking divorces or health issues or losing their job or losing people around them. Actually, even a lot of people are dying.
Yeah.
Right. And that's also a thing. Even animals, like closest animals to them, I know a lot of my friends losing their animals. So there's a lot of sadness is going on, but I think at the same time that sadness is releasing us, because when we lose something so close, we don't even cry just for ourselves, for what we lost, but we also cry for ourselves, maybe things that were suppressed and stuck inside, and now they need to come out and really just go to a deeper release.
Absolutely. Yeah, that grieving process that we're doing, I think, collectively as well, for what's happened over the past couple of years on our planet and what's happened way before that as well. It feels like now is a really beautiful time to, as you say, release and let go and really truly grieve, because we so often don't allow ourselves to grieve.
Exactly.
So the more we allow ourselves to do that and really release and let go of the emotions related to that, the more we are cleansing ourselves and the more we're cleansing the vibration and the energy on our planet.
And sometimes we need an excuse in parentheses to grieve, because we try to be so strong and we can make it, we're going to make it through, and we fight and the grief might just come up to here and then we just put it back down, but that also creates sickness, it creates stress, it creates depression. So all this stuff is what we need to shift, and we are, at my lecture is for us to become who we truly are. We need to totally, how do I say, really have no, I don't want to say no negative issues, but no dark things hidden anymore.
Yeah, we're being called to go into the shadows at a really deep level. And I personally try to avoid to use the word dark, because darkness is also the space of the womb space. It's the forest where we can find refuge. It's the cave where we can find refuge as well, but these denser energies that have been surrounding us and that all of us also have inside of ourselves. So really learning to understand that we all have a shadow side. And there's nothing to be afraid about that. It's part of the human condition. But how do we learn to work with the shadow in a way that is healing and liberating and supportive to ourselves and to the collective as well? Because we truly are at the moment, especially whatever work we do with ourselves is being mirrored and reflected on the collective scale in the bigger scheme as well.
Yeah, sorry, I used the word dark, but shadow wasn't coming to my head.
That's fine. That's fine.
Right, it's the shadow work that we all need to do, so we can really totally release and let go, because it's been going on, but I think this portal just opened it up, because we are going to be deep in ourselves to able to look at the portal. So what we suggest for you guys is, of course, to come on the trip because we would love to have you, but we really suggest is for you to look at deep of what's going on inside and work with that really shadow self and connect to the womb and understand that the reason it's dark in the womb is to go to have refuge also, correct? For me, the womb space is a refuge. Like when a baby goes and sits there for 9 months, gets, nourished and relieved and bathed and has water around it, and he's in his emotions, and really just kind of, I think, just kind of nurture ourselves for the next few months, because I think that's definitely what we need. And to me, that's also the deepness in the womb space, to nurture ourselves. Any suggestions that you have?
Sorry, say that again.
Any suggestions that you have for our.
Well, what came to me really strongly was to connect with water, the element of water, as this cleansing and nourishing element that is incredibly powerful, but also incredibly gentle and beautiful and graceful. And the more we connect with this element, whether it's through actually drinking more water or placing our hands or feet in water or swimming, if that's an option for you, or having baths, having longer showers, if that's available to you, but really just connecting with that flowing energy of water that will help us get through any obstacles, any initiations, any challenges that we might be presented with at the moment, but also it's very cleansing for us internally as well.
So that was for the energy of the week. Thank you, Emmy, so much. I'm very excited to connect with you whenever you are in the world. I love it.
Thank you.
So thank you, everyone. I really appreciate it. Take care.